To earn more, be worth more. When you spell personal services, your brain, you are subjected to exactly the same rule of conduct as the merchant who sell merchandise. Your employer is your customer, and to maintain the privilege of serving your customer, you must supply a merchandise, your services, that your customer find valuable enough to pay the amount you charge. If your QQS rating does not warrant the fees you charge, you will not be in a business very long. We emphasize this point because the majority of people who live by the sale of personal services make the mistake of considering themselves free from the rules of conduct and the responsibility attached to those who are engaged in marketing commodities. As a result, they may expect higher compensation than their services are worth. Before you start to negotiate for a raise, seek employment elsewhere or set a fee for your services. Be sure that you offer something of value commensurate with the compensation you expect. It is one thing to want money. Everyone wants money, but it is something entirely different to be worth more. Many people mistake their wants to their just dues. Your financial requirement or wants have nothing whatever to do with your worth. Your value is established entirely by your ability to render useful services or your capacity to induce others to render such service. The folly of ignorance is this matter was displayed by the young man who applied to the manager as of well-known business for a position. He made a very good impression until the manager asked him what salary he expected. He replied that he had no fixed sum in mind, lack of definite aim. The manager then said, "We will pay you all you are worth after we try you out for a week." "I will not accept it," the applicant replied, "because I am getting more than that where I am now employed." He knew that his current employer was paying him more than he was worth. Otherwise, he would have jumped at the opportunity to prove the value of his services and command higher compensation. If you want money, be worth more. Be worth more money. If you if you want money, be worth more money. Take inventory of yourself. 28 question. Annual self-analysis is an essential in the effective marketing of personal services as in annual inventory in merchandising. Moreover, the yearly analysis should be disclosed a decrease in fault and an increase in virtues. One moves forward, stands still, or goes backward in life. One's object should be, of course, to progress. Annual self-analysis will discover whether the process has been made, and if so, how much it will disclose any regression. The effective marketing of personal services require one to move forward even if progress is slow. Perform your annual self-analysis at the end of each year so you can include your new year resolution and any improvement that is analysis indicate should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following question and checking your answer with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. First one. Have I attained the goal that I established as my objective for this year? You should work with the definite yearly objective to be attained as a part of your major life objective. 2. Have I delivered service of the best possible quality of which I was capable, or could I have improved any part of this service? 3. Have I delivered service in the greatest possible quantity of which I was capable? Has the spirit of my conduct has been Has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all times? Have I permitted the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency, and if so, to what extent? Have I improved my personality? If so, in what ways? Have I been persistent in following my plan through the completion? Have I reached the decision promptly and definitely on all occasions? Have I permitted any one or more of the six basic fears to decrease my efficiency? Have I permitted any one or more of the six basic fears to decrease my efficiency? Have I have I been either over caution or under caution? Has my relationship with my associate in Oak been pleasant or unpleasant? If it has been unpleasant, has the fault been partly or wholly mine? Have I dissipated any of my energy through the lack of concentration or effort? Concentration on effort. Have have I been open-minded and tolerant in connection with all subjects? In what way I improved my ability to render service? Have I been imperated? Have I been interpreted in any of my habits? Have I expressed either openly or secretly any form of egotism? Has my conduct towards my associate been such that it has been induced them to respect me? Respect me. Have my opinion and decision been based upon guesswork or an accuracy of analysis and thought? Have I followed the habit of budgeting my time, my expense, and my income? And have I been conservative in this budgets? How much time have I devoted to unprofitable effort which I might have used to better advantage? How may I rebudget my time and change my habit so I will be more efficient during the coming year? Have I been guilty of any conduct that was not approved by my conscience? In what way have I rendered more and better service than I was paid to render? Have I been unfair to anyone, and if so, in what way? If I had been a purchaser of my own services for the year, would I be satisfied with my purchase? Am I in the right vocation, and if not, why not? Has the purchaser of my services been satisfied with the services I have rendered, and if not, why not? Uh, what is my present rating of fundamental principle of success? Making this rating fairly and frankly, if they have checked by someone who is courageous enough to do it accurately. The effective marketing of personal services require one to move forward even if progress is slow. Complete assimilation and understanding of the information here conveyed will be helpful to marketing own services, and it also help one to become more analytical and capable of the judging people. The information is priceless to personal director, employment manager, and other executive charge with selecting employees and maintaining the efficient organization.